asking. How are you?
There we go. Morning.
Morning.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Good, good, good.
Looking forward to learning all kinds of new things.
Well, good. Glad you guys are here this morning. I think it's already after 11, so let's go ahead and get started. Sandy, you texted me last night.
Yes.
And Merlin
Yes. Has anybody heard of the application Merlin? Merlin.
by
Is he a wizard or something?
Cornell
Birding.
University.
Birding.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
birding app.
Yeah.
MERLIN?
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's for the, I believe it's for the phone and the iPad.
Is it an app?
Yeah. So I don't know if they have it.
There was a teacher in
What's it do?
it identifies birds for you.
Birds?
Birds. Yeah, you see a bird and you don't know what it is. You can put the information in the phone.
Yep.
And it will identify it and give you,
How do you do that?
All the
Photograph
time.
of it?
no, you just start off as it's small.
Size, shape,
size,
Oh,
color.
okay.
color, and then it
Location.
even has the bird call for you. And it actually attracts birds. There was a teacher at the Olympic Bakery that was explaining
Here we
to
go.
someone else there. And was demonstrating and I overheard, so he taught me. So it was really cool.
Yeah, so it's out for iOS and Android, as you can see up on the screen.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of different ones out there.
See the size of the bird, Bob, and then the color.
So you
Main
kind of
color.
click on one of those?
Yeah, so you would tap one and then move from screen to screen. And yeah, I actually, so I'm not huge into bird watching, but when we were doing our garden last year, we had well, at first we thought they were weeds, but then we thought, well, maybe they're some kind of volunteer of some sort coming up. And so I downloaded an app. I believe it was called Garden Compass. I know I have that one, but there was another one that I had as well. And you get 2 or 3 free IDs, and you snap a picture with your phone in the app, and it was like 48 hours later, someone responded, and it pops up a little notification that someone's responded to your ID request, and it was some kind of wild strawberry that grows up here in the Northwest.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's lots of these new kinds of, and they're getting better, I think. And so it looks like Cornell has, and maybe they've been doing it for a while. I don't know,
And
but
it
still.
somehow is related to eBird, which is a way to document your sightings too. And it uploads them to the eBird system, which people can go in and see where birds have been seen.
Spotted.
Yeah.
For
But there's some ethics about the calls. There's some controversy about whether or not you should use them or not. Like I think on the National Wildlife Refuges, they're not allowed. I'm not
So
sure.
it actually broadcasts a call.
Sure.
Oh, so there's ethical questions about.
Well, there's a question about whether it stresses the birds. If they're in breeding season and you play a call of a competitor and the bird can't find it, it freaks out. Then there are other, if you're calling, are you disturbing the natural order? Or are you attracting them unduly? Are you disturbing other people's birding experience by playing?
A lot of questions.
So they're used, but there are issues. So be aware before you light one off.
He was showing me there were like 3 different calls that this bird made. So we're inside a building, so it's really
yeah, and I
it's
think
great.
that
I was thinking of Bill Sleep, with all their bird feeders and everything, that he you know, would be interested, and I figured you would be with your property.
I think I have it, actually.
Yeah, it's a great, and I do think that obviously there's always intent versus use. I think the intent of the song part is to use at another point in time to hear the sound of the bird, not to try to.
And
Identify.
they have like the old flashcard games. They have where you can it'll coach you on learning to bird by ear and
How to recognize, yeah.
because it'll play us a call and ask you what is it.
Right.
So they games. And that sort of, it's a cool thing. And Cornell is a leader in ornithology. Period, but research and such.
Yeah, so it's a great find. It's a great little app there. And there are others out there besides Merlin, but they're fantastic apps. Mark and I have talked in the past about the Planet apps.
Yeah.
You're out on a beautiful starry night, and you want to know what kind of what star you're looking at. There are lots of apps on both, maybe even Windows phones too. I really don't know a lot about Windows phones, but I know for a fact that Android and Apple have a bunch of apps out there that do.
Skyview.
Yeah, Skyview is one of them. You can get them for both the phone and the iPad. So if you're within Wi-Fi range around your house, or if your iPad has cellular service and you have cell service, you can then.
Thinking of apps, is there an app for where I could speak English in, and it would then give a translation in French or Spanish or some other language?
I think there is one that is attempting to do something like that. I feel like I remember seeing something about that. The cool thing about, we'll get to that in a minute, Bob. The cool thing about these star apps is they react to where you're pointing it. So it knows if you let it find your location, it knows exactly where you are, and you can just hold it up. This one even shows the horizon, so it shows me what's below us currently that we can't visibly see with our own eyes.
Is that Skyview?
This one is Star Map 3D. And like this one, if it's part of a constellation, it has and maybe that one, Skyview does too, you can turn on a setting where it'll show like a cartoon picture, not cartoon, but anyway, a hand-drawn image of what the constellation looks like. Besides just connecting the lines, it'll have a picture of Orion and his sword, or the Ursas or the bears, and so it'll have images of the bears to kind of help you see that image.
What was that one called?
There's Starview, and the one that I think I have two of them, Star Map 3D. And maybe I deleted the other one. Maybe I finally just decided to go with one.
The other one's Skyview.
Oh, Star Walk.
Star Walk.
Yeah, Skyview, Star Map, and Star Walk. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. One of these ones that I have, maybe both, I ended up getting free at some point.
So, out of curiosity, so to expand on this.
Yes.
Okay, so how can, if we
Yep.
get this application and we're interested in a particular subject,
Yes.
but we don't have any idea which the name of the website is. Would that be, where would we find, the apps pertaining to that subject? would we go into, Explore or?
So you want to find an app that you're not sure where. I almost exclusively just use the search feature. Because to find an app in the App Store. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So just put in the subject that you're interested in.
Yeah, if you don't know the specific app, you can go to the categories one, or you can just type in like astronomy, which is
Where's the categories? I've got featured, top charts, explore, purchased, and updates.
Yeah.
Oh, categories over here.
Yep.
Okay.
So then you can choose a category.
Okay.
But a lot of them do cross categories and
Okay, I see.
So where's the category?
It's up here.
Oh,
up on the top.
Upper left.
and mine's a little different.
Okay, I never noticed that.
Yeah, that's because you're on your Mac, Bob, not on the.
So I've got just a real small,
So yeah, you can even search categories just in the search bar. So you can type astronomy. And it'll pull up a whole host of different options. Sky Guide, Sky View, Star Chart, Cool Astronomy. I mean, there, Go Sky Watch, Pocket Universe. So there's a whole host of them. Some free, some paid. Just obviously the free ones you can download and delete without any real stress about whether it's good or not.
sometimes this one doesn't say how much it costs. This one, go into it, it says install app.
If it says get or installed, then that means that it's free.
Oh, okay.
Looks like Skyview now comes on the Apple Watch. Have that on your.
That'd be a good topic sometimes, smartwatches.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think we talked about them when they first came out, but it's been, there's been a lot that has happened since then. So yeah, it would be good. Constellations of the Zodiac.
Are they as popular as it's hoped they would be?
I think based on their price point, at least, well, that's speaking of that. Well, not just the Apple Watch, but so there are some that are out there that are significantly cheaper than the Apple Watch, and then there's the Apple Watch. I think Apple knew going in that this was more of a, I don't know if luxury is the right word, but it's not like a phone where pretty much the majority of people want to have a cell phone, and that they can reach that audience with the iPhone and the different levels of iPhone and years. I think they knew going in that the Apple Watch wasn't going to be something that everybody wanted to have. Obviously, that's a hope and a goal for them, but I think they were meeting their expectations with it.
Do you think they are?
I think they are. Yep. And I've heard rumors that they're not gonna even update the watch every year like they do with every other device. You get a new iPhone version every year, new iPhone every year. You get a new, at least in some way, whether it's not design, some upgraded specs on the MacBooks every year, and the iMacs and all the desktops. So, but the rumor right now, and I don't know, well, maybe not right now, but last time I looked, the rumor was that the Apple Watch will not be updated in new watches every single year. So we'll see. I was really tempted. There was a store, that Apple store in the mall in Olympia, not the Apple store, but anyway, they sent me an email. They had $100 off their Apple Watches, I think around Valentine's. So that's pretty significant.
Are they about between 250 and 400?
350 and 10,000.
Wow.
Because you can get an
12,000.
12,000. It's gold. It's pure. It's rose gold.
Oh,
With a gold. I don't know. I think the band is gold too. Maybe not. I could be misquoting that, but gold. Yes, it's really gold watch. So, now to Bob's question, and I don't know for sure, so I'll have to look this up with you guys about
Where are you, other apps?
yeah, I'm going into the app store on my phone. Speech
Well, that one might be it.
speech to text translator. Speak and translate. Speak and translate is an indispensable voice and text translator that allows you to communicate effectively in any corner of the globe, instantly speak 42 languages, and hold written conversations in 100 languages. So there you go, Bob. All you got to do is look it up, and it's in the App Store.
Speech.
Speak and I don't know if it's going to be on your Mac, but it's on the iPhone and iPad. It's got the little, if it's ever got that little plus sign on in the store, that means it's for both the phone and the iPad.
speak
Well,
and
here's one,
translate.
Speak and Translate.
Yep, that's the one.
$5.
By Apollon Apps. That would
Buy
be it.
that.
Huh.
This, if I click on it, oh yeah, here it translates to 100 languages on your Mac.
There you go.
So I wonder if I probably have to type it in. Yeah.
Yeah, the voice one works because it's your phone in it. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it works on the Mac.
What's
with the
this
phone, too.
live voice and?
So there you go, Bob.
Okay.
You can now talk and
Incredible.
So I can talk to this thing and it will translate into Hebrew, Yiddish,
42 languages.
whatever the 100 languages are.
Yeah, the phone said 42 spoken and 100 written.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, 42 languages for voice translation.
yes, there you go. And that was called Speak and Translate. Excuse me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming out with all kinds of crazy stuff nowadays. So there it is.
I don't see any comments about ratings or anything. Way down here, yeah.
Yeah, it's over on the side.
Yeah, 14 ratings.
4 stars out of 14 reviews.
That's pretty good.
It's not too bad for whoever. And sometime, the reviews get updated every time the app gets updated. So there's whatever. So it was last updated February 26, 2016. So it's only been
Very recent.
very recently since they last updated it. In fact, one of the things it said on the phone was, which only applies to Sandy, but it reacts to 3D touch. So you don't have to go full into the app to take advantage of what the app does. Yep. $5 on the Mac
Yeah.
store. So. And then they've got a free, maybe it is just free on the iPhone. Maybe they've got a paid version. I don't know.
It's free on the iPad.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's a
Well,
It's
there's a couple.
oh yeah, I'm sure there's more than one out there.
One for $2, but it's not rated.
Voice and text translator free. There it is. Speak and text translate. So there's
Yeah,
a $10 for the full featured one on the phone.
Where do you
On
see
your-
that? I gotta look. it up.
No, it's for your phone. I was looking on my phone. It's five. Looks like it's $5 for the Mac version, but $10 for the.
So you did it on your phone, the search?
Yeah. Yeah.
There.
I have it up here. You can see on the screen. I've got it up on the website also.
How do you do that from your phone? You're getting a different app.
Well, no, this is a website. I'm not in the App Store on my Mac.
Oh, okay, so you went to.
This is-
like a Google search?
I did a Google search. Yep. Because the other apps that we were looking at had actual websites, like the Skyview one and the Merlin by Cornell University. So I went to their websites so that we can see on the screen, and anybody watching at home or later can see it as well, instead of just staring at my mug the entire time. So this is Speak and Translate. So $5 for the Mac version, $10 for the iPhone, iPad, and because it's universal, you pay once on the phone and iPad, and you get it on both devices.
So if I buy the $10 one for this, I'm gonna get it on my MacBook Pro also?
No, the MacBook at the current time, I think they are looking into doing ones that work across the board, but for now, I'm going to say 99, if not 100% of apps. These are iOS devices, and this is just your regular OS 10.
So if I want it on both, it's
15 bucks. Yep. But nowadays, and Apple Watch too. So nowadays, most devices or most apps that you find on your phone will work for. They're called universal, which is a little misleading if you also have a laptop or a desktop. But universal means it'll work on your phone and iPad for one purchase. And there's that little plus sign when you go to the App Store on your phone, where it either has the price tag or the word "get," which means it's free. There's a little plus or a plus sign in that rectangle.
So it says get, it's free.
Yes,
It will tell me up front
if it's paid. Yep. And again, if it's got the plus sign, then it'll work on both your phone and your iPad for the one price, whether that's paid or free content.
interesting to see how well it works.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many crazy things out there
I did not
nowadays.
know until last night when you and I were texting.
Yeah.
I would send you a message, and I know you're quick about responding. So it would say delivered,
Mhm.
and then it's red, and then I could see,
The little dots.
yeah, the dot, dot, dot that you were responding.
That works only on people who also have iPhones or iPads. So if you were texting, like most of the kids in the youth group, when I text them, most of them have Android devices. So they can't see me. They don't know that I'm replying back with the little dot, dot, dots. And I say vice versa. But or from my Mac, if I text you from my Mac, you'll see the dot, dot, dot. And it's just a nice little feature to let you know that
Yeah, it was great.
it'll go away. If you write a long text, though, if you see it starting to go and then it disappears, it usually means one of two things. One, it's a long text and the person is still going at it. Or two, well, I guess three things. Two, they've stopped and haven't finished it because they're doing something else. Or three, they ended up, I don't want to say that, and just deleted it and then just set their phone down. So, yes. And then the red, yeah. They've read your text or not. So.
That's in messages.
Yeah, iMessage. Yeah, you can. So if you go into settings on your phone or your iPhone or iPad, go to messages. Scroll about halfway down, and you'll see send read receipts. And so, and read simply means that you've opened the app. Doesn't necessarily mean, obviously, that you've actually read it. But so if Sandy texted me last night, I opened the app, saw what she wrote, and so she can see, and it even puts a timestamp on it too. And so she can see that yesterday at 6:48 p.m. I saw that text. And you can turn that off, and so they don't know whether you've read it or not.
So in messages, isn't there a feature that lets you see who else is active and that has their messages turned on?
Say that again.
I thought that there was a feature, I may be confusing messages and Facebook, with who it shows you who the other people who are active in messages are, who have their phones on, so to speak, available for a message.
I think that's Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Can you turn that off in Facebook?
I don't know. Possibly. But I do know, because I recently had a group conversation with my extended family. They're looking at doing a family reunion. Haven't done one in 5 years. And and once you look at the latest message by whoever posted it, it pops up your little picture of who's seen that. So if there's been 4 out of 10 people, it shows the four little pictures of who's read that latest post. And then when you're on Facebook, there's that little sidebar on the right side, and it's got the little green dot, which means they're available.
Correct.
The little cell phone, which means that they have the app installed.
Yeah. So
And
how
then-
do you turn if you don't want your green dot to pop up?
That is a great question. We can look into that.
I should have an app on my phone or an icon to purchase apps.
It's through the App Store. So you go to it looks just like the App Store on your Mac, Bob. The little pencil and ruler, ruler, pencil, and looks like a paintbrush. It's blue with a circle around it.
Oh, I don't have.
It should be. If you're having trouble finding any app, by the way, if you just swipe down in the middle of your screen, it brings up a search function. So if your screen's unlocked and you pull down from the top or pull down from anywhere in the center of the screen, as long as you're not on the edge of the screen is basically what it is. It'll pull down a search function.
So what would I put in? App Store?
Yep. APP space STORE. All right, so there's Facebook. Turn off green on Facebook. Please click on the lower right gear.
So App Store, Apple, it says get. I guess I need to do that.
Turn off chat. That will turn your green dot and turn chat. So it looks like you can't do one or the other. You'll have to turn chat off.
This is just the Apple Store, apparently.
Yeah, well, that's how you get apps on your phone.
So if you turn off video and voice calls. So that's voice calls, it looks like.
Hide the sidebar, hide groups, turn off chat, turn off video voice calls.
Turn off chat.
Yeah, that's what it.
When chat is off, messages from friends go to your inbox for you to read later. That's good.
Yeah, so it becomes more of how it used to be,
Yeah.
where it was like an email, not a instant message.
Yeah. Good, because I can get these 11 o'clock at the night. People want to start conversations.
Not into that. Nope, I get it. Yep. So
I don't know whether I downloaded the right one. or not.
you shouldn't have to. It should be pre-built into your.
I think I just downloaded it differently.
Yep. You don't want to do that.
That's not stored. I don't know where it goes.
Yeah. Here, we'll pop up. This is what it looks like, Bob, and I'll pop this up for people at home. Of course, this is for iOS devices only, but
Yeah, Stanley showed me that. Somebody-
you should not have to download it. And it must be in one of those folders. There it is. Social. Not sure why it's in social.
So how do I get it out?
Click and hold it. No, sorry. Hard press it. Keep your finger on it. And now slide it out. And now you push the button again and that.
Good,
So when your screen jiggles, that allows you to move things around and delete apps you no longer want.
got it.
So then you click that, you also have 19 updates to already installed apps.
Oh, okay.
So,
So I can do that later, I guess.
oh yeah, at any point.
So here's a question for you. How my phone turns off too quickly. How do you extend the between?
Oh,
log
before you mean the lock screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we'll go into settings. Let's see. Hold on. Settings. Need to check. Nope. It's been a long time since I've done that. I used to do it all the time because I used to change it on my iPad. General. No, I checked the battery. General, there it is. It was in general, I must have missed it. So settings, general, auto lock, which is about halfway down.
Interesting trending searches on here. The first one that comes up is Trump dump.
Yes, there's lots
I
of
imagine that's political.
Trump stuff
Bernie
out there.
Sandwich. Got it.
So yeah, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes,
Yeah.
5 minutes, or
Thank you.
never. And the iPad has different ones. I think my iPad is set to 15 minutes. And so when I'm up on Sundays, I can have it open for 15 minutes and it won't lock on me. Yep. Yeah, I think it defaults to a minute. Was it at the minute? Yeah. And that's just, for me, it's too,
Yeah.
you think a minute would be a decent amount of time, but you put your phone down for something, you pick it back up, and it's already locked itself. Yep.
I hesitate to ask you a Facebook question since I know you're
Nope.
way downstream.
I am no longer hip on
Why do
Facebook.
some people send, you can share a post with a friend
Yes.
on their timeline, which is mostly what I do. But
Yep.
also people send me messages within Facebook. Send me links.
Yes.
Send me things they want me to look at.
Yep.
Rather than sharing it on my timeline.
Right.
What are the pros and cons of that? I guess if they message me, it doesn't go on my timeline, so everybody else doesn't see it.
That's exactly what it is. Yep. Yeah, and Becca does that often.
It's really irritating.
with me. Well, I mean, it's usually good stuff
Yeah,
or
well,
funny stuff.
yeah.
But and it's only Becca, so I don't get a bunch of them. But yeah, it's that very thing. If she wants to share something with me, and we do that a lot because we're not huge like sharing on Facebook people with the world. So she'll share things with me via a message. But she also does it because she did about 3 or 4 of them one night while she was putting Aubrey to bed, waiting for her to fall asleep completely. And her note, because you can add notes to them, her notes to me was, just so I don't lose this. And so like she'll find recipes on Facebook and she follows lots of mommy blogs.
So where does that history reside then?
In the messages. So
Oh, it
up
does.
here under messages,
Uh,
and you'll see Becca. And here you go. This is one of the funny ones she sent me. Apparently, there was a excuse me, a study done in Austria, I think, with 1,000 people. So, you know, extremely extensive study. That apparently, if you are a fan of IPAs, black coffee, bitter black coffee, or even, you know, there's also there's 90-minute IPAs and double IPAs and etc. If you are a fan of bitter things like that, that you are more likely to be have psychopathic tendencies. And so Becca sent this to me and said, is there something you're not telling me?
You know, speaking of Facebook, I went to find friends, and there's 100 names that are here.
Yep.
That are friends of friends of friends. How did
Oh,
that
friends
happen?
of friends?
Or friends of friends.
Yeah. Well, it's so if you're friends with someone, I don't even want to pretend to understand, but Facebook has some algorithm that says there's a chance that this friend that your friend has this friend. We'll call him John. They have some algorithm that says maybe Bob knows John.
So it automatically comes up here?
Yeah. So they're not actually requesting to be your friend. It's Facebook saying, hey, you might know this
You
person.
might want, and then it gives me the option of adding friend
Yep.
or removing.
Yeah. So if you really don't know the person and you
Well, I'm
You
also
can just click
wondering if
remove.
maybe there's some spam in there or something that.
no, it's all
These are names that
you've never heard of.
well, some of them I have.
Yep.
But most of them I have not.
Yep. And some of the algorithm is it knows like if you put that you attended Bayview High School in Southern California, which I think is from the TV show Saved by the Bell that we watched growing up. Anyway, then it will, and you graduated in 1999. It will also find other people that graduated from Bayview High School in Southern California in 1999 and suggest them as friends.
So if
Or college, or
if
masters or
Mike asked to be my friend, where would I find that on here?
you would get the little globe icon up here, a notification. Or no, sorry, the person icon. You would get a friend request.
So it says no new requests.
Well, sometimes you get emails. It depends on your settings. I've turned those off.
Oh, so they would come under friend requests, and I
Yep.
got no new requests, so nobody's
Yes.
requesting to be.
No
my
one's
friend.
requesting to be your friend. And then this people you may know is that
That's-
thing that we were talking
yeah,
about, which is
got it.
Facebook saying, and it's either, and sometimes if you are friends with John and you're friends with Joe, and both John and Joe are friends with Mary, then Facebook's gonna think that maybe you know Mary too, because Mary knows 2 of your friends or 10 of your friends. Mutual friends is what Facebook calls it. And so it will say, hey, maybe you know Mary too, Bob. So
Well,
Here's someone
but
you
you've
might
answered
know.
Because I didn't want to delete these, because I wasn't sure whether these people had asked to be my friend. I was thinking, why? I don't even know
Yeah.
who they are.
Yeah, and you can see there's a difference up here on mine, Bob.
Yeah.
This is an actual person asking to be my friend,
Uh-huh.
and I can confirm or delete. And then these are people you may know, and so then I can send a friend request or just
Well, let's say that
Close.
I want to request you to be my friend.
yes.
So where do I go?
Well, I think we already are, but you'd have to search
Well,
for
we
it.
are, but where would I?
You would
I-
search Facebook, so that little
Okay, so
bar.
I would put your name in up there.
And you'd put my name in there, and then you'd have to sift through. Well, there's probably not
Well,
as many me's, but if you were to search for, you know, Joe Smith, you'd probably have about 100,000 plus people to sift through. So that's where it gets complicated, because then you have to know more details
I
about
just
Joe
put in
Smith.
Sandy Frischman, and comes Sandy Frischman photos, Sandy Frischman post. Here's a picture of Sandy. So I want to request Sandy to be my friend.
Yep. So then you would click on her profile off that list.
I don't see her profile. I just see photos, posts, and Sandy. Maybe just Sandy.
Yeah, probably just Sandy.
Okay, there's Sandy. Okay. So it says friend request sent. Did it automatically do that then?
No. No, I don't think Facebook. I don't know. I don't think Facebook auto sends, unless something got.
Checking for me, downloading. No,
But it would be under Facebook, wouldn't it? Not under email.
Well, unless she has her preferences set up where it tells her that people are trying to be her friend on Facebook. So.
So I don't think it sent the request to Sandy.
Well, you can try clicking it again and see if.
because I always get an email saying somebody wants to be your friend.
So you can try re-clicking on that. I think there's an option when you click on it again that says
Oh, I just did a
resend
nice
friend
workout,
request.
Sandy.
So, yeah. So I think that's how you resend a friend request if it got lost in the mail, so to speak. However that works. All right.
Okay, so there's Sandy. But I still don't know how to request her to be my friend.
Sandy, Mark.
May I do it?
So you cancel, and then there you go. So now they're
So what did you do? Cancel request?
canceled the request. So somehow it didn't go through for whatever reason, and so you click on it again, and it should go through now. But again, it's always dependent upon that person accepting your request.
I understand.
So got lost in translation somehow.
Just refresh my memory.
Sure.
My new great grandson.
Yep.
How do I transfer some of the photos into this album? I just created it.
Created the album.
Yeah.
So you can click on the album.
Okay.
So Sandy's asking about albums. If you don't want to have every single picture just jumbled in the general folder on your phone. So okay, oops, cancel. So you would click select, and then add, and
then
now
it
you
would go-
find them in your collection.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then
that's
you-
easy.
Select all the ones that you want, and then click done,
Okay.
and it'll throw them in that folder
Great.
or
Thanks.
album.
I knew it was easy.
Yep.
So,
Or you can just go to the actual photo itself before going to the folder, and
Sandy, let me know if it comes across.
okay.
So we'll just click this one, and then you would.
Interesting, it says 4 mutual friends, including Deb Stewart and Bub Sport.
Maybe not. Maybe that's the. Maybe that is the easiest way to do it. I thought you could click the up arrow and drop it into a folder. More. Done. Nope. I guess that's the easiest way.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yep. If I figured it out that way faster than this way, then I'm gonna assume that's the fastest way to do it. All right. Other questions? Thoughts, ideas?
Just don't know if we're working this thing right.
Here.
Well, yeah, nothing's gonna happen until something happens on Sandy's end of things.
Yeah, usually I get an email and then I respond or no. Still no email. Oh, wait a minute, here it comes. Yes, here it is.
Oh, so it did work, it, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So you set it up so you get an email,
in fact, I've got 2 of them.
so I did it twice.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure about the first time. First time.
Either that or I just signed up for a new website this morning, and if some websites require activation codes to basically prove that you're a real person and not some robot signing up for their website. And anyway, a half hour went by, and it said check your your spam folder too, and I checked both for a half an hour, and so finally. On the website itself where it says enter activation code here, there was also a click resend. I clicked the resend button and 30 seconds later I had the email with my activation code. So sometimes, there's glitches and it happens. And
So Sandy sent hers a Facebook to get an email. How do
Yes.
I do that in mine?
you would go
Go to
into,
home.
well, you go to your Facebook page,
I did.
then you would go to, let's see, again, it's been,
Messenger.
no, I would click on that little double friend icon, and then click on settings.
Under friend icon.
Oh, never mind. That's
Well, that's
Nope.
fine for me.
yep. Let's see. Let me find it, Bob, and then I will. Then we can just go straight to it from there. Privacy, no. Timeline tagging, blocking, general. No, I think it is privacy. Is it privacy? No. You can look me up. Blah blah blah. Notifications, email. Here you go. Okay, so up here, Bob, if you look on the screen, this icon next to the globe is a little lock key thing.
Next to the globe.
Yep,
Okay.
is a little.
Privacy shortcuts.
Yep. Scroll down and click See More Settings. And then click on, and then on the left-hand side, you'll see the globe that says Notifications.
Right click on that.
Click on that. And then one of the 4 is Email.
Okay.
Click Edit.
I've already got a little something there. Maybe it's already set up.
Well, there's lots of things. There's lots of options for receiving emails from. And then you would find search for friend confirmations, friend suggestions. We don't want friends. We want.
What you'll receive all notifications except the ones you've unsubscribed from.
Yeah.
So just all. I would think.
Which would mean you'd be notified anytime someone did something on your timeline, which is fine if you
So
want to
the
know what's.
notifications you turned off. Messages. Oh,
I don't know. comments, tags, upcoming friend confirmation. Oh, no, that's friend confirmation. Where's friend request? Friend suggestion, friend confirmation. Comments,
They all
photos,
say
comments,
turn
events,
on, so
posts.
If I click them, it'll turn them on.
Yeah. Which means they're turned off right now.
Doesn't change it. Just-
Email. I don't understand why there's no friend suggest or friend request. All right, good old Google. Turn on friend request emails. All right. Email notifications of new friend requests on Facebook. Let's see. Choose.
frustrating.
Yeah. So it says choose the radio button. Where's the radio? Notifications and then choose the radio button. My email. Oh. Anyway, it says if you want to, then you would click on the all notifications except the ones you unsubscribed from.
That's what I did.
That's what you've got turned on? Yeah, because I'm not seeing anywhere where it says friend requests. I see lots of other things that say friends, but none of them say friend requests. So I'm not sure where it went, unfortunately. And some of these things on how to do them are from like 2011, and Facebook has changed a lot since then, so I'm not going to even click on those links.
So how come you've moved on past Facebook?
I wouldn't really say move past. I've just
So how do you communicate with your peeps?
I text. Yep. Yeah, some of it's good, but there's so much that I don't like to read, especially now. I don't like all the political. I don't like, if I want to read something political, I'll read a news article. I don't want to sit there and see.
Can't
People's-
you manage that by your like-unlike?
Yeah, and I see most of what I see on Facebook right now is my sister-in-law's posts of my niece and nephew. Is pretty much what I see most of the time.
So who, if anyone, is managing the church's Facebook page? Who puts that stuff up?
I do when I remember. Once we get the technology manager, that person will be in charge of
Who's that?
potentially that. When John Mee gets back from his trip to Vietnam, he sent me some stuff before he left, and I haven't touched it. So I'll do it closer to when he gets back. But he has a working job description.
Oh,
A very basic question. Sandy sent me something on Facebook,
Yes,
so it's on my page.
depending on how she sent it.
I guess what I'm going with my question would
Yep.
be, do all my friends then see Sandy's posting or just me?
Again, it depends on how it's sent. If Sandy, which is what Bob or Mark was talking about a couple minutes ago. If Sandy posts something to your timeline, then all of your friends can see what Sandy posted to your timeline. So like a very popular one is someone's birthday. You post happy birthday to you on their timeline, and then everyone sees that person wished you happy birthday or shared the video post or. If Sandy shares with you something, if Sandy sends you a message, much like an email, it's either an individual or a group conversation only associated with that individual or group of people you specifically include in it.
So if you send me a message on Facebook,
Yes.
everybody who I'm friends with,
If I post on your timeline or my own timeline,
okay,
but a message is
I understand the message.
Yep. Yep.
But if you post on your timeline.
Yep.
And I'm your friends, it's only on your timeline.
So who wants to? I don't want to change. Oh, only me. So yeah, friends. So there's this little click button when you post something. You make it public, which means the entire world can see it. Friends are your friends, and then there's more options. Like if you've got different groups, like high school buddies or groups that you've created, then you can send it to those groups. But it still gets out there because if someone then likes it, so teaching my tech class right now and having a blast. Probably my first post in a very long time. But now, so anyone that's my friend can see that. But if a friend likes that or comments on that, then any of that person's friends, whether they're my friends or not, now see it. And so on and so forth. So yes, it's limited to my friends. And Mark Beiser just liked my post. So now anyone who's friends with Mark now knows that I'm teaching my tech class right now and having a blast. So that's how that works, and that's how.
Well, you just came up teaching my class right now and having a blast.
Yep.
So how did I get that?
I just sent it. You're my friend on Facebook, and so I just put it out there for my friends to see. And
So
since you're my
everybody
friend,
who's your friends.
yep. So I don't know how many I have.
Now, if I respond
175.
to that, then all of my friends see it?
Yep. Because you have now interacted with Facebook, and so now they can see.
But right now, I'm seeing Brian, I don't know why I get so confused on this. I'm seeing your response,
My post.
your post.
Yep. And I made the post, so it's going to have my face on it.
So all of my friends are also seeing that.
Nope, not until you interact with it.
Got it. That's where I'm going from.
Yep. Until you interact with it, only you will see what your friends are doing.
So if I respond to that,
If
write a comment.
those other people aren't friends with them also. But yes.
So if I respond to that, then
Then that circle gets bigger. Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
As soon
guys.
as someone does something, the circle increases into however many.
I can
people that
retain this,
people are
I'll
his
be
friends.
just fine for another 5 minutes.
So yes, I'm tired of seeing political stuff. I'm tired of seeing people post their lunch that they're having at,
Yeah, I understand.
and it just gets ridiculous. I love seeing pictures of my niece and nephew. I enter giveaways all the time, so you'll see like these things right here to win free things.
You ever win anything?
I have. I won a video card, which is sitting in my home because I don't have a PC to put it into. So I have a brand new, it's like $160 video card. What was the other thing I won? I won, and now David Griffith, he's an adult now, but he was a youth at my last church, also likes my post.
Okay.
And now the circle explodes. And that's where it goes.
I'll see you guys.
Thanks, Bob.
Here, Bob.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.